Good morning from the Yuguzu village here in the mountains of Gansu. The current elevation is around 2,600 meters and it's 9:35 in the morning. Today we're starting out earlier than usual. Usually we start out at around 12. But that is because if you look here at the map, right now there's no rain, but in a couple of hours it seems that there's going to be some heavy rain that's going to come in here. And today we're traveling from this little location here over to Qilian, should be around 200 kilometers. So the idea is that we can set out early and get there before the heavy rain comes in this afternoon, because I definitely don't want to be riding around in the mountains at 3,000 plus meters when it's raining heavily, that's for sure. Also quite eager to get out of the accommodation here, as my back is covered with all kinds of bug bites. I think maybe the bed that I slept in last night had bed bugs or something. So, yeah, time to get out of here. Bye-bye. Gotta love this white picket fence here. I have to say, I think I probably would have picked a different style, but that's just me. Alright, so we have used 30 kilometers worth of fuel. We have 200 to go, so we should be okay.
But on that note, let me pull up the map here to show you guys our exact route. Today we are heading southwest back into Qinghai via the Qilian Mountain Pass. You might remember it from the Qilian Basin map back in episode 28. Anyways, our goal for today is to reach the county town of Qilian, a small pocket of civilization deep in the Qilian Mountains. The total distance should be around 201 kilometers and take us 4 hours and 5 minutes in total.
There we go, now those are some mountains. So, I was checking last night the route, and it shows that part of the road is actually closed for cars. So if you choose car, like if you choose going by car on the GPS, it says that you can't take this road. But if you choose going by bike, it says that you can get around it. So, fingers crossed that the road is not closed, because it wouldn't be fun if we have to come all the way back on this road here. I don't know if you can hear that sound, but that's the chain smacking against something. So today also going to take it easy, because without that chain guard on there, it really has a lot of play. So I also don't want to lose my chain up here in the middle of nowhere. I feel like when I slow down, I think it's smacking against the rear chassis. You can hear it, let's see. Here, kind of liking that clicking sound there. Yeah, you can hear it now, especially. I have a feeling also that when my chain popped off there on the Mars road, that or when it got jammed, that one or maybe a couple of the links got damaged. Maybe they got pulled or bent a little bit, and that could also be the cause for this sound here.
So if you remember yesterday in episode 32, we explored some ruins on our way to last night's Uyghur village accommodation. Well, this morning during breakfast, I did a bit of research and asked around, and it turns out those structures were big kilns used for baking bricks. So, mystery solved. And unfortunately, this means we haven't discovered El Dorado just yet.
After seeing these roads here, you really can understand how it can take 4 hours to go 200 kilometers. Because when you've got turns like this, it's like, okay, you're going downhill second gear, maybe you've got a straightaway max third gear, but you're probably only averaging out 40 kilometers per hour, so you gotta take it slow. Looks like down on our right we have a bit of a river there. You can see the road on the map here, or on the GPS rather. It's crazy. That's the only way to get up these mountains, right? You just gotta zigzag your way up. So I've been seeing a lot of cars passing by that have lots of mud on them. So I'm wondering if maybe if the road is washed out up ahead. Because last night we had some rain, so I wouldn't be surprised that maybe there's a section of road that's covered with mud. So I just checked my watch here, and we are definitely climbing an elevation. We just in the last 5 minutes here, we climbed nearly 400 meters, so we're going up. Let's try not to hit the horses here. Aha. So it looks like I was right. It looks like this is where maybe it turns into dirt, or at least it is now. I guess we're supposed to cross this bridge here. Looks like it. Yeah, it looks like the road is a bit better here. So if you can see on the doors there, it's all written in Mongolian. So they must have come into a Mongolian village here. I'm wondering if this was the part of the road that was closed. I'm thinking yes, according to these two signs here. So, but I'm not sure. I feel like when I was looking at the map last night, I feel like it was farther away from the village that we were staying at. Oh, it looks like my hypothesis about the dirty cars was right. It is quite slippery, so I think we're going to go to second gear here. Yeah, exactly. Spinning all over the place. Gonna have to go even slower. This is a first gear kind of road, I think. Get into some of these rocks here. There we are. Okay. Well, we definitely know where the mud comes from. Problem is I have this backpack behind me because I don't want to be wearing it, so I can't really shift my weight all the way to the back. So this is a bit of a challenge here. Problem is you also have to drive fast enough to sling the mud out of the tires. Otherwise, when the tires get caked with mud, you just slide like me right now. You slide all over the place. Wonder how much more of these dirt roads do we have here. Let's let this guy pass first. Well, it looks like the mud just keeps on going. Wouldn't it be funny if the entire route, the entire 170 kilometers left is all mud like this? Now, I wonder if I can get up there onto the top, but... Okay, there we go. Much better. Yeah. I really have got to be careful though with that chain. I think just now I smacked the chain on those rocks. Guess we'll just have to stay riding in the mud. So it looks like here we're coming to the end of the roadwork. 那如果从下面走，能不能过去？过不去，就侧边走过去。啊，就只能等是吧？ So here we go, we gotta wait for the construction up ahead to clear. 你老家是哪里的？本地的吗？本地的。祁连县大不大？祁连县也不大。您是那个玉谷族吗？汉族。哦，汉族啊。可以了吧？慢点子吧。哎，好，拜。 Hopefully that's the end of that road work there, because we still got 160 kilometers to go. Oh. You've got to imagine that these mountains on our left and right have got to be a minimum of 3,500 plus. top 4. Okay, so, oh yeah, you can see it over there. The whole road is totally washed. The landslide has totally covered the road there, so we're going to take this detour. This was the place I was talking about that I saw on the map last night. Yeah, well, I don't know if they did that on purpose or what, but you can see there that the road is just totally covered. But it still looks like we could have passed there, but probably better to avoid that area altogether. The last thing we want is being caught in a landslide in a place like this. Now that's quite the bridge there. Hopefully not the one that we're going to have to cross with the dirt bike though. But you can see here also that they put these Tibetan flags on there, or the Tibetan prayer flags rather, and it's kind of like to basically keep the bridge safe and keep the people passing on this bridge safe. Oh, I think we've got to take a look at that bridge there. Let me turn around. Well, I'll tell you what, that is no bridge for the faint-hearted. Let's see how it is here. Well, there we go. This is quite the bridge here. Luckily I've got these Tibetan prayer flags on either side keeping me safe. I mean, there's no reason for us to cross to the side, but these are the kind of bridges you get here, and you can see on these Tibetan prayer flags here, they have all the scripture, all the prayer written on them. Now as for the question, can we get the dirt bike across? No, I'm just kidding. But all joking aside, very good that we're coming through here early, because as I read in the sign back there, it said that this road, this detour route that we took, also is not possible if the river water crosses over that or raises high enough that it covers that, I guess you could call it a bridge that that guy is crossing right now. Anyways, enough talking about the bridge, let's go ahead and cross it ourselves. 没事吧？过不去。什么过不去？过不去，那边塌方的，现在他不敢挖，刚我才从那儿倒回来。哦，这样的。哦，他因为刚好塌方的地方在下雨，他挖了一阵，他看见在落石，他们又退回来了。反正至少现在过不去。那大概多少公里的？再过去没几公里。 Oh, no, we'll go to Qilian. Okay, so he said that the road up here, they've actually closed it off because of the landslide and it's raining there. So if that's the case, that is really going to mess up our plan. But you can see that if the water rises, that this is absolutely uncrossable. Okay, so you can see here when you get a little bit of a rain, the ground just starts to slide. Yeah, you can see it's still falling off up there. 哎，师傅，问一下，对面有没有山路可以过？现在没有啊。现在没有，就只能等是吧？这是条路啊。你是从哪上来的？我从那个，反正后面很远的一个小村，就一个玉谷的一个小村，开了现在60多公里的。我是去那个叫什么祁连县。祁连县从那边也可以走，从明兰那边也可以走。 那你说对面那家他们是怎么过去的？那边应该有右手边应该有路吧？那家对面那家是往前走以后，他就下到河边有个他搭的便桥嘛。那你说往回走，如果绕的话，大概要绕到后面那个就有加油站的那个村吗？你要绕上走的话，就从明乐到张掖以后再走。这应该很快就可以处理吧？很快处理不了，你看现在那个地方很危险，刚才这个铲车。 干了一会儿的时候，累的已经不行了，不能动工啊！一动工，那个上面那个就要塌方，你看见没有？我说你是从什么地方到苏南的？我从那个玉门的。我从西边过来的啊。对，我就绕了一个大圈嘛。就是南西大环线。对，我现在就是赶时间回西宁，因为这个车要发走了。我的计划就是明天到西宁这样的。到西宁也可以啊，你就从那边走啊，从这个。 明乐那边啊，过去以后，明乐过去以后是蒙源县嘛。哎，如果他们把我这个车推过去，然后我就是从下面走呢？
飞不过去，你看前面那个这个地方刚飞过去的，上面比较大的石头，你摩托车放在这里，可以往前稍微看一下。飞不过去，飞不过去那么过。
So it looks like our plans of going to Qilian have been foiled here because of this massive landslide. 我知道，就是看一下而已嘛，没事。就前面只有前面这儿才有，后面有没有？
有。
哦。
要正着的话，哪个石头的话，就马上随时走了。
这样的。So it looks like now we're gonna have to take a detour. And a pretty massive detour at that, because we're going to have to actually go north now, even though we want to go southeast. We're going to have to go north probably 150, maybe more kilometers to then go southeast. But what can you do? Again, in these kind of places when it rains, I mean, these are the kind of risks that you have that you face, right? Back there, I talked a little bit more with the traffic police guy, traffic officer, about trying to cross there. But seeing that while I was talking with him, there were still stones falling down, I figured it's better to just take the detour and play it safe. 哎，你那个跟你一起那个骑车的在前面，那边过不去了。
已经过不去了。
对啊，我刚才开到那儿的时候就不停的在落石，就不行的。
哦，一直都在落石。
对，就是彻底是过不去的，像我们这种车都过不去的。
哦。对，
很危险的那边的现在。完了，你那个跟你一起的那个他在前面等你的，就跟你说一声。
好，在前面等我呢。行。
哎，好。
谢谢叔啊。
哎，好，拜拜。But you can see this culvert here. It's already not enough, right? It's already not big enough for this amount of water to get through. So good thing we're crossing this now. Later, you can see there, it's already almost starting to splash up on top. 啊，那边过不去了。过不去了吗？对，落石很严重的，所有的车过不去的。谢谢你啊。哎，没事。Well, I think I'm going to stop telling people about the road conditions and let them figure them out themselves. Okay, so now our plan is to go directly to Qinghai, which is like the biggest city around. And then once we get there, we'll take another look at the map and see if we want to go any farther today. Just stopped off on the side of the road here on our way to Qinghai, since I had to charge my phone. For some reason, the USB cable that I can plug into the bike is not working, so I've got to use my power bank. But unfortunately, I was really hoping that we would be able to cut down into Qinghai before going to Xining, but it looks like with these landslides on these roads that it's not going to be possible. Who knows? When we get to Qinghai, we'll, as I said before, we'll have to check again the map and see what our options are then. So the plan is now that we are going to bypass Qinghai altogether and get on the highway and go to a place called Minle. I'll fill you in on the way. That guy got smacked in the face. I love how we're on the highway now and then there's a traffic light. That's why you can't always go and take the very right ramp. Sometimes they have the extended guard there. So it looks like we're pretty lucky. It looks like we just missed the rain here. Got a little bit of rain now. Always got to be out on the lookout for people that lack brain cells, that's for sure. Oh, I guess it's here. Okay, so this couldn't stay at this hotel, now going to another hotel, and I will explain what exactly happened in a second here.
So we have just checked into the second hotel here, and I will explain what happened. So because I use this website called trip.com to book these hotels, and I always book the cheapest hotel and the cheapest room in the city, because anyways, I just need a place where I can sleep, wash, and charge my batteries, right? The problem is most of these hotels, the cheap ones, they haven't updated their policy with trip.com and explained that they don't have the proper paperwork to allow foreigners to stay there, because in China, you cannot stay at any hotel. Hotels have to have a specific kind of like qualifications, if you will, to allow foreigners to stay there. But at the same time, when I placed the booking, all of these hotels, they instantly confirm them. So then what happens, just like now, I go to the hotel that I've booked, and they say, okay, foreigners aren't allowed to stay there. Then I get on the phone with trip.com, and they say, oh, we're very sorry for this. Yeah, we understand the situation, and we will find a new hotel for you, and we will cover the difference. So, for example, today, the original hotel that I booked cost $15, and I showed up there, and they said, oh, yeah, even though we confirmed the booking, well, you can't stay here because you're not Chinese. So I said, okay. Got on the phone with trip.com. They found this other place here, which is nearly double the price, but they will cover the difference. So usually in the big cities, you don't have this kind of problem. But here, when you're really out in rural China, especially in the northwest, they really run into this issue. So trip.com has been paying for my hotel upgrades for the past 5 days now. So thank you, trip.com, for that.
咱几个人？这边吧子。
对，一个人。
一个人坐这边，那个还没打扫完。喝什么茶水？
你们有没有那个大麦茶？
大麦茶今天没有了。
没有，那有什么茶？
龙井菊花。
来个菊花茶吧。
泡一杯菊花，然后放个枸杞，可以吗？
可以。
好，马上我给你点菜，好吧？
好。
Here we go for, well, I don't know if this is late lunch or dinner. We'll call it late lunch. For late lunch today, we've got some fried string beans here, some beef, and some of the local noodles, and some chrysanthemum tea to wash it down. Me with my expert chopstick skills, you know. I've also got some of the local yogurt that they make here. We usually make it from the yak's milk, and then they add a little bit of sugar on top, so it's quite good. So here we go. This is what 200 RMB gets you in the city of Minle. Here we got the bathroom here, shower, a nice sit toilet. There we go, my best friend. A scale to weigh yourself, and a bed more than big enough for one person, and a nice view here of the roof and the city.